Airplanes on a Stick. Still a great handle. The $2 super chat saying spaceflight now is the hero we all need. That's very kind of you. Let's go. Jim Ebo with a $10 super chat as well, saying thanks to all. Thank you, Jim. And
what's up, everyone? I'm not sure if anyone has joined yet, but still getting some shit set up here. If so, hong hong hong. How's everyone doing tonight? Neo Dark Matter, hong hong hong, good to see ya. Dan, good to see ya. We've got a SpaceX flight shooting up some satellites up into space, if you believe space is real. Hong Hong J, Hong Hong AH. What up, Tiggy T? Good to see you. How you doing? How you been? How's the family? Sat Rack. Jay, never take X in space. It's just a bad idea. I'm glad not too many people are watching right now. I once did ketamine on an airplane, and it was a really bad idea. Trying to get up and go to the bathroom was interesting. It's a long time ago. Past life. Let's see here. Yeah, so they're just shooting up some satellites.
At the end of the month, she is going to be leading the AX4 mission, heading back to the International Space Station for her second time as a private astronaut. Twitch. Leading another 4-person crew on a roughly 2-week mission. It's set to lift off on May 29th. So
glad to hear it, Tiggy T.
Just about a year since her last jaunt to the space station, or 2 years, I should say.
Oh, is this commencement still going on? I thought that was earlier. Well, I guess it's over. Donald Trump's doing the commencement speech at Alabama. Just ended. Blackvar, what story should I cover? I can't see links in the chat. But are you talking about the racist woman story? I'm just taking a guess at what story you're talking about. Is that right? Drill, baby, drill! Go Bama? Isn't it Roll Tide? Fuck Alabama. In sports. And possibly in general. No, I don't have anything against Alabama as a state. Am I right, Blackvar? Did I guess correctly? I must know. Oh, the story about Governor Abbott threatening San Marcos, Texas for not sending money to Israel. Oh. Let me get on that. Greg Abbott threatens Texas City over resolution criticizing Israel. GOP governor said San Marcos grant deals are at risk over a symbolic bill under consideration that criticizes the country of Israel. Okay, Greg Abbott claims to be all about America first, so why is he threatening to punish a city and his state for insufficient loyalty to Israel? Okay. City Council of San Marcos has set up a vote for next week on a largely symbolic resolution that calls for an immediate, permanent, and sustained ceasefire in occupied Palestine, arms embargo on the state of Israel, recognition of Palestinian sovereignty, and protection of constitutional rights. I mean, I'm not sure. I know it says here that it's largely symbolic. It's not largely symbolic. It is 100% symbolic, considering they have no power to enact any of that. But whatever, they can do it, I suppose, right? The proposed resolution reads in part, we follow the lead of the World Health Organization, United Nations, Save the Children, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, His Holiness Pope Francis, more than 150 countries, and countless other organizations and extraterrestrial aliens in the United States and around the world, and calling for a ceasefire because what happens internationally impacts our constituents locally. Okay. The resolution specifically highlights, so they want to do that, fine. And then in a letter, Abbott wrote that anti-Israel policies are anti-Texas policies and said the proposed resolution seems calculated to violate a state law on boycotting Israel. There's a state law against boycotting Israel? What? Government Code, Title 10, General Government, Subtitle F, State and Local Contracts and Fund Management. Prohibition on contracts with companies boycotting Israel. This seems like this is unconstitutional. Definitions. Boycott Israel has the meaning assigned in Section 808001. Boycott Israel means refusing to deal with, terminating businesses' activities, or otherwise taking any action that is intended to penalize, inflict economic harm on, or limit commercial relations specifically with Israel. Okay, so basically you're boycotting companies that are boycotting Israel? I don't really see, like, this just all seems so unnecessary and unconstitutional, in my opinion. Okay, back to it here. Is this guy breaking this down? We do have a launch. Libertarian. I've got it up here in the corner. 19 minutes countdown. But in the meantime, let's investigate this Governor Abbott situation. Wheels on Texas is possibly violating the First Amendment. Jay Davis, I always thought of Abbott as a paper tiger when I live in Texas, or Panther, some kind of a vehicle. I don't know. As long as the vehicle has two wheels.
Its annual dinner. As the White House Correspondents Association is about to host its annual dinner, a celebration of the First Amendment, the war on the First Amendment in this country wages on. One of the recent battles in this war was the arrest of Mahmoud Khalil. Khalil, of course, is the Columbia University, said many times on this show, is a laughable claim.
No, never mind. This has nothing to do with the situation, I don't think. That's just more MSDNC bullshit. Where are we here? Okay. The resolution notes that San Marcos residents' tax dollars funded more than $4 million of Israel's weapons purchases in 2024, and says that San Marcos stands to benefit from a reallocation of local funds towards essential domestic priorities. Okay, so San Marcos wants to stop sending $4 million a year to Israel and spend it on essential local funds towards domestic priorities such as transportation, education, housing, healthcare, which currently face neglect due to state and federal appropriations to Israel's military. Right? Right? I thought we were all about America first here in this new administration, in the new GOP. This puts the city's state grants at risks. Whenever, so, well, what does it matter? The city's not getting any of the money anyway. It's all being sent to Israel. We're going to stop sending you money that we're sending to Israel anyway. And we're just going to continue sending it to Israel. Okay. Whenever San Marcos enters into grant agreements with my office, it is required to certify that it will comply with all state laws, including laws prohibiting government support for boycotts of Israel. But the government can boycott people boycotting? Yeah, here it is. The noticer. America first, Israel firstest? Firstestister? The hypocrisy at play is hard to ignore. Abbott has made a fairly similar argument to the one made in the proposed resolution, right? In which he says federal aid to Ukraine would be money better spent on Americans. Okay, well, I didn't see that part. I guess that's not even in here. But I think just the whole thing in and of itself is one hypocrisy rolled into another hypocrisy. We're going to boycott your boycott because your boycott is illegal, but ours isn't. For the record, most of the funding authorized for Ukraine has been spent making purchases from the U.S. defense industry, but the contradiction is clear. Abbott seems perfectly fine with the argument that American tax dollars are better off staying at home unless anti-Israel sentiment is involved. It just seems like the leaps and bounds they go to support Israel, even when it detracts from local city funds and domestic priorities, is amazing. It's incredible. Recent Pew Research survey showing 53% of Americans carry an unfavorable view of Israel, up from 42% in March 22. That's a pretty big leap in a couple years. That's kind of crazy. Well, yeah, this is wild, but not surprising, even in the slightest. Blackfire, gotta pump those rookie numbers up. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I hadn't heard about any of that, Blackfire. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Times be a rude awakening for folks.
What about this fundraising race war that's going on? Let me see, what's it up to now? Sure, you guys have all seen the video by now. This lady caught a black 5-year-old child who might be autistic. That's what they're claiming. Stealing from her kid. And she called that kid the N-word. And that kid's father, maybe? I'm not even sure it's clearly his father. Confronted her on that. She proceeded to call him the N-word. Didn't back down. That guy ends up doxing her. And that guy and the internet dox her, threaten her, get her fired maybe. Turns out that the father, is a convicted pedophile maybe? Is he a pedophile or some sort of...
Now just a little under.
He participated in the gang rape of a 14-year-old.
Of this
Wow.
Falcon 9 rocket. As we're getting ready to see its ascent, let's go ahead and talk about where it's going to be flying once it leaves the pad. Let's talk a little trajectory, shall we?
Trying to get to the fundraiser. Where's the fundraiser?
Falcon 9 rocket on Starlink 6-75 is going to be following the same flight path as all the other missions that are part of the Group 6 batch of Starlink V2 mini satellites. Going to be lifting off from Space Launch Complex 40 and then flying in a southeasterly trajectory with an arc a little bit to the east of the Bahamas.
Oh wow, they've raised the goal to 250,000. It's almost at 150,000.
Targeting a touchdown on the drone ship called Just Read the Instructions. If successful tonight.
So I guess the idea is to get this to be higher than the Carmelo Anthony Fund.
And the 440th booster landing to date.
I guess blacks are going to donate to black people killing white people. And white people are going to respond by donating to white people calling black people the N-word. Doesn't seem like apples to apples, but that's the current state of things. This is the Give, Send, Go race war. Jay Davis, holy crap, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. You gonna go to a park and find some kids of a darker complexion? Who knew how profitable this could be? Let's see here. Oh yeah, I'm looking for the... Where is it? Here it is. Okay. This is the father, Mohammed Hussein Omer. 2 Rochester men will appear in court May 5th on joint charges of 3rd and 5th degree criminal sexual conduct after being accused of raping a 16-year-old after offering her a place to stay. Mohammed Hussein Omer, 42, and Sharmak Bail Omar. Which one's the father? Is it Mohammed or Sharmak? Sharmaki. How do you say that? Sharmaki? Sharmak? Is it Omer or Omar? May receive a joint trial for their identical charges of 3rd degree rape. Penetration dating back to January 20th, 2022. Well, they're from Somalia, right? They're Somali. Hang on, what's the Carmelo Anthony one up to? You gotta compare. Holy shit! 517 broke $500,000. $517,477 for murdering a white kid and black people supporting that. Woman says a word that they don't like. They tried to destroy her life. Let's see here. She says, my social security number has been leaked. My address and phone number have been given out freely. My family members are being attacked. My eldest child may not be going back to school. Even where I exercise has been exposed. Should we read some of the comments here? We support you. The fatigue is real. Bring back segregation, one anonymous giver says. They have always been judged by their character. We must protect our own. We are not the same as them. We have no reason to be patient or tolerant of their behavior, and it's about time they start to learn that. Praying for you, love from Sweden. Yeah, Chief, I was confused on that too. There's no confirmation that he's the father. He kept referring to it as the child. Like, where did he get this child? Whose child is this? Should that be investigated? Someone should be figuring that out. Mom of the year. All right, we got a couple minutes till launch here.
Taking a look at the live
T
chat
minus
here. Want to thank Chum over Chuck
7:24
Close for a very generous $25 super chat. Good to see you this evening, sir. Thanks for the support. Ruth Leroll with a $5 super chat saying, "My kitty and I are watching you on the tablet. Hopefully we can see the launch."
Hey, Davis, scratch
from
stems.
Spring
You've
Hill,
almost
Florida.
got what you've pretended
Fingers
was a
crossed
thing.
they've got some good views tonight.
It does seem like people are sick of people being canceled for saying a silly little word. This is how Trump was greeted as he walked on stage to give the commencement speech at the University of Alabama earlier tonight. We're so back, boys and ladies. Yeah, may not have retreated high enough up in these hills. Yeah, maybe not. For now, the race war is just a donation campaign versus another donation campaign. But if it ever goes hot, you know where to come watch the action. Right here on the zone. What's this? Doge employee. I overheard a contractor tell one of their colleagues to falsify billable hours by creating a PowerPoint to mask a delay in the onboarding process in front of me. Yes. PowerPoint. The old delay tactic using PowerPoint. Been used ever since PowerPoint. What's the fucking point of PowerPoints? Absolutely useless.
Possible that no one got a section into Guatemala.
I overheard a contractor tell one of her colleagues to falsify billable hours by creating a PowerPoint to mask a delay in the onboarding process in front of me. And this is like hour zero at this agency. And so, I mean, this is just a common theme that you take a look at these contracts, you take a look at these grants, and it's veiled in noble rhetoric. You know, it's at the top level. It
Sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. And then you actually just follow what are the funds actually doing?
Or send us a picture.
Exactly. And
The send us a picture request is incredibly good.
Patriots. Was Elon wearing lipstick?
And then it's really that hard to just. Frankly, they could search for some fake pics on the internet or get AI to generate the pics. But
He probably got a girl pregnant right before this meeting.
You called them cold billing fraud.
oh, I caught them, her advising her colleague to do this because it takes a few days to onboard. So that is being investigated right now.
Yeah, I mean, generally, like these programs, these grants are going to be like along the lines of save the baby pandas. And it's like, well, of course, who wouldn't want to save the baby pandas? And you know, in some cases, they've got a show panda, which they will trot out for special occasions. In a lot of cases, they don't even have a show panda.
No panda.
There's not even one panda, because we asked for pictures, and we don't even get one panda. And it's like, well, you gotta. Well, that's a lot. You know, what does $1 billion get you? Does it not even get you one panda?
You really want to see a baby panda?
Yeah,
1.1 billion per panda.
Like the Ebola money, we're like, okay, well, we agree with we shouldn't have Ebola. You know, where is the money going? Oh, it's going to Deloitte in D.C.
Low Q, Hong Hong Hong, how you doing? All right, we just got a couple minutes for this launch here.
The tank should be full.
Hopefully the tank is full. Oh shit, I forgot to fill up the tank. My bad. I knew I forgot something. Was that my job? I thought you did it.
Stage 1 Lux load is complete.
just heard that call for stage 1 lock, so we're expecting a similar call regarding stage 2 coming up here.
Lil Q, I'd have his baby for $1 billion. Yes, but would you
time
call a
difference between
5-year-old black
real
kid the
time and the
N-word to
SpaceX
his face
timeline?
in a park for $150,000?
But in real time, just about now, the second stage.
Has it gone up?
Liquid oxygen tank should be full.
Yep, yeah, it just broke
Shortly we'll see
150,000.
some additional venting. Those will be the ground gas
Stage 2 lock
closeouts.
float is complete.
Good call from SpaceX. And there you see the beginning of the ground gas closeouts as they're removing the remaining liquid oxygen from the feed line.
Ground gas closeouts.
Good call there. As we're closing in on the final minute of the count, be sure to stick around after the booster landing is complete. We'll be showing you some launch replays from our various camera views here at the press site and elsewhere of this launch. T-minus 1 minute and counting.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Neat. Gonna go watch from my front yard.
We're now just awaiting the SpaceX launch director to give their go for launch.
Jay Davis, how many Americans are watching hoping it blows up, I wonder? Well, I don't know. Am I one of those? I always kind of hope it blows up. Just for the content. Just because something will happen. I don't actually hope it blows up. But if it blows up, that would be cool too.
No. Lake go for launch call with 10 seconds left on the board. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Entered ignition and liftoff. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 rocket on Starlink 6-75. Falcon 9 has cleared the tower.
Starlink internet is going to get a little bit faster. This rocket is carrying 28 Starlink satellites, launching from Cape Canaveral on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. Patriots, you remember when the space shuttle didn't do so well? Yeah. Was that 1986?
Now a little more than a minute into flight. Rocket passing through max Q, the point of greatest aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle. Soon they'll be thermally conditioning the Merlin vacuum engine ahead of its ignition.
And then there was the Columbia disaster, 2003.
2 minutes into flight. Falcon 9 a little tricky to track tonight given the periodic.
Oh yeah, the
clouds
Challenger
it's
was
cruising
January
between.
28th, 1986.
Coming up on a few events in fairly rapid succession. We'll see first stage main engine cutoff. Coming up in the next few seconds, followed by stage separation.
I was 5
and
months
second
old.
Stage engine start.
I remember that. I was here for it. I was around. I was doing
There you see
something.
Nico. Stage separation. And we should have second stage engine start.
Main engine cut off. Stage separation confirmed.
It's over, fat kid. Who cares about faster internet when solar flares will soon wipe out all electrical equipment?
MVAC ignition.
Is that happening soon? What day does that happen?
Good visuals from SpaceX.
So I can prepare.
Got a little hard to track given the periodic clouds that we're running into. Payload fairings should be deployed in real time, though it's
Nate, you were in first grade in New Hampshire
the
in
clouds.
1986.
Fairing
Wow.
separation.
What up,
confirmed.
Stooley? Good to see you.
Got good views though from the onboard cameras.
The whole state was watching because Krista McAuliffe was from Concord. We're like not every kid, but like
About 2.5
I feel like
minutes
a
away
lot
from
of
the
kids
next
that were
major
young and
milestone,
in
which will
school
be the
were
first
watching
stage
that
entry
happen
burn.
live, like on TV.
That's when SpaceX will use
Because it was like a
3 of the
big thing. It was a
engines
big
on
deal.
The Falcon booster to begin to slow the vehicle down.
But yeah, so you're saying every kid in New Hampshire watched it explode live on TV? Wow. The thing I watched in middle school live on TV, I think it was in 4th grade, was the O.J. Simpson verdict. We paused class to watch that live on TV. And then the teachers explained to us afterwards how, like, yeah, he did it, but, they explained to us how juries can, do whatever they want. That was what I watched live on TV as a young kid in school. Neat. Teacher in Space program was a big PR deal for NASA. Yeah. Oops. Jay Davis, just as historical. Libertarian, I just wiped all my electrical equipment. By far, I remember something happening in 2001. Yeah, something happened. Some people did some things. It's all George Bush's fault. I'm guessing this is going well.
Now approaching 5 minutes into flight based off of the SpaceX timeline of things. We should just be about a minute away from the start of the entry burn here as we look up through the interstage there on the left-hand side of your screen. Still appears to be
Slow
a
white
good
Broncos,
burn of
smoldering teacher bits.
Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage at this point in the flight.
Yeah.
Not hearing a whole lot of calls from SpaceX.
Notice, sir.
Mission
Now we get to
Control
watch
this
white
evening.
women be based on the internet every once in a while. Yeah. Simply Chief, I believe it was Ilan Omar. It was one of the squad members who described it that way.
Should be under 20 seconds to entry burn.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, it was Ilan Omar in 2019.
Good call out there. This burn
Stage
should
1
last
FPS is saved.
about 25 seconds in total. That second call about the FTS, the flight termination system on the first stage, saved, no longer needed at this stage in flight.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
Hong, 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 Lynn. How you doing?
A nominal trajectory.
Good calls there.
Stage 2 FPS is saved.
As we're approaching minute 7, the single engine landing burn set to begin now in just
Yeah, Black Far,
about
it would be cool to
45
have that
seconds.
Bronco. It'd be really cool to have that exact Bronco, but just that car as well would be cool. Wonder where is that Bronco? Who has that Bronco now? It's got to be should be in a museum.
Booster now traveling below the speed of sound. About 20 seconds.
Hang on. Be right back.
Start at the landing burn.
Stage 1 landing burn. Stage 2 is in terminal guidance. Landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Landing confirmed.
And B-1080 completes its 18th trip to space and back.
Wow. 18th trip to space and back. That's really that's insane. It's not kind of insane. That's insane.
MVAC shut down.
It's over, fat kid. Solar flares, wars with Iran, China, and Canada. Don't forget the India-Pakistan war that's kicking off. It's already kicked off. I saw a clip earlier. I'll find it for you. Find it for you in a minute.
Achieved a nominal parking but
$80 video games this summer is going to be spicy. Don't forget
the music.
Don't forget the what's currently an online race war going on that could definitely spill out over into the streets
until about T+54.
We could get a spicy ass summer.
And
we could get it.
Brief 2-second
be just in time for the 5th anniversary of Austin Zone,
the Starlink satellites,
which is in 26 days.
Hour, 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
Also, absolutely madness that somehow we're still hanging out with each other, and it's not in a gulag. Patriots, no one talks about who rescued the people that got stuck with the Boeing failure. Yeah. Of course they don't talk about it. White Bronco in a museum right next to a copy of NAFTA and GLP and a catalog of reality TV shows. Museum name.
We've got some
Natural American Idiocy.
Momentarily.
That museum would be packed with shit. The Natural American Idiocy Museum.
As we're getting those in the queue,
pretty much everything in the past 30 years could go in that museum.
Launch set to lift off as it currently stands from here at
you share your bread with me in the gulag. I appreciate that.
Of Sunday
it's over, fat kid. What are we doing for the anniversary?
Spaceflightnow.com. Click on the launch schedule tab, and that way
I'll definitely stream.
Notified when that launch is ready to
I
go.
thought about making a pledge to stream every single day this month.
Speak for all of us that we're all hoping
leading up to the 5th anniversary, but
a bit to the right.
I don't know.
The window.
It's a hefty pledge.
But we shall see. We'll be ready for
Day 1 is down though. Day 1 is complete.
Keep your eye on the pad there. Space Launch Complex 40 as the strong back is.
Blackfire, I'm just happy you've dialed back your alcohol. It was getting bad for a while.
For that mission.
Yeah.
Part of SpaceX's process.
Probably.
Turning around the pad as quickly as possible.
I'm just too busy for it, and the hangovers last too long. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. I can't just have nothing to do tomorrow if I want to drink. I need 2 days off, which rarely happens. So, not much drinking for me these days. Lynn, 9 years ago you were in a medically induced coma. That's pretty crazy. Jay, this one has a whole 31 days in it too, right? Yeah. Why couldn't I have picked February to stream every day of the month? Good, make it a little easier for me to complete.
And it looks like we are ready with the replays, so we'll go ahead and
Libertarian Hongiversary. Yeah, 5-year Hongiversary coming up. Coming up in a few weeks. Man of low moral fiber, you donated to the woman who was making the news earlier.
Back at the wide shot.
You aren't alone.
Set up by our Adam Bernstein.
You aren't alone. Let's see, where's it at now? 150. I just refreshed this 5 minutes ago, right? And it was at 150,000. We're already at $157,000 almost. She's making like $1,000 a minute at this pace. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Who knew? Who knew that it was so easy to make this kind of money?
Views from around the press site here. Do want to thank a few folks in the live chat for your support this evening. This is our turn basin shot here. One of my favorite views. Eternal Alley with a $5.
Then you may have to get in some
saying,
practice.
awesome
Hopefully,
channel.
some late spicy nights.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Alan.
I'm thinking this summer we
Channel
could get
Deb with a
interesting.
$5 super chat. Thank you so much, Deb. He says, "Thank you, team. So cool."
It's over, fat kid. Who is
Double
this
on
woman?
Space Girl
You
with
don't know
$5
about
super chat as
Shiloh?
well. Little heart emoji. Appreciate that. Mitchell Wilbur with a $20.
The race war is currently an online fundraising. That's what's going on. Yes.
Continue to support its channel member, of course. Hearing a little bit of that rumble there at the tail end of this one.
There's that rumble. You seriously don't know who this woman is? It's over, fat kid.
It's a nice little extra pop with our new microphone. Mitchell says, "Well done to Callisti Lee, Jeff, Aussie Space Girl." And jokingly says, "Get well, popsicle."
So this woman.
Look at our tracker shot here now.
Okay, I'm just going to close this. That shit's done. This woman caught a 5-year-old, possibly autistic, black kid stealing from her kid on the playground. She proceeded to call that kid the N-word. And that kid's maybe father, maybe guardian, we're not sure, confronted her about this. And she admitted it and then proceeded to call him the N-word over and over and over again. He, of course, gets all this on video. And what do you do these days when white lady calls anyone black the N-word? You upload it to the internet to create outrage and find her and cancel her and end her life. She'll never work again. She'll never be able to leave the house again. McWork says the kid is not 5. Is that true? I don't know. I don't know how old the kid was. The reports I've been reading said he was 5. Anyway, this has backfired a little bit because a lot of people are now supporting her. She has a give, send, go with a goal of 250,000, already at 157,000. Where are we now? Yeah. People have done research into the father / maybe guardian, unclear, weird situation there. He is a convicted pedophile rapist. Lynn, yeah, every kid is autistic nowadays. Jay Davis, her kid's fault for not remaining aware. Her kid relaxed. Is that the... Her kid shouldn't have relaxed. Yeah, as far as Simply Chief says, over 150K in maybe a day. Yeah, as far as I can tell, this was started by BIPOC doing racism and some other people earlier today. Like when he posted this at 1:46 this afternoon, and he's part of the group that got together. It's him and a couple people that found her, reached out to her, and were like, "Hey, can we start this for you?" And she, of course, said, "Yeah, sure." I guess he's doing it with Tom Hennessy and Absterbone. Who are these people? I've seen this guy around doing stuff. I don't know who this person is. What's her fundraising place compared to the Stabber? Yeah, I have that up right here. The Stabber is currently, well, let me get the latest number. Oh, yeah, people aren't really donating. The hilarious thing is, it's at 517,000. They raised their goal to 600,000. I think if you don't hit your goal, you don't get the money. They may have over put their goal too high. They may have overestimated how high they can go here. Because you're allowed to keep raising it as it gets closer to the goal. I mean, her original goal was 50,000, and the money started rolling in so fast they raised it to 100, 150, 200. Now it's at 250. I hope they don't stupidly I hope they don't stupidly go too high. And I hope this goal is not reached. Jay Davis, like some kind of fucked up prices, right? Exactly. Like some kind of fucked up prices, right? This was one of the donations to her earlier from Average White Man. Let me make sure that's right about the... Okay, maybe Give Send Go is different. Maybe that was on, what's the other one? The one no one uses anymore? GoFundMe. Okay, never mind. That's not true for Give Send Go. They're going to get all of this money. Let's come up with a honk zone need and start again. Give Send Go for the zone. Money to be made. Well, do I stab someone or do I call someone a nasty word? Which one? Which one should I do to raise money? I'm kidding, YouTube. It's a joke. I'm a comedian, and I make very hilarious jokes on this channel. Oilers Kings. The Oilers could take the series tonight. I forgot the NHL playoffs were even happening, and apparently the NBA playoffs are also going on. It's that time of year, and I could not give less of a shit. This is what I was talking about. The Indian-Pakistani war has kicked off. Troops at the border have started fighting. The war has gone hot. Oh, Lynn, I think there's no chance her fundraiser gets anywhere near Carmelo Anthony's. Yeah, I mean, I think this will slow down. Maybe I could be wrong. Jay, wow, nuclear war seems less intense than I expected. This is me at Taco Bell when my order takes too long. Begun the poo wars have. Simply Chief. Oh man, we should overlay that sound over this. Please, Sar, do not redeem.
Possible.
All right. Hakeem Jeffries gives an update on his 2021 promise that Democrats were going to help the middle class. So this is Hakeem in 2021.
Delivering millions of good-paying jobs to everyday Americans and lowering costs. That's our focus, and we will have a great story to tell in that regard. Everyday Americans across the country are fed up. They are understandably concerned, frustrated, or even angry.
So who was in office for those 4 years?
About their decline in quality of life. The size of the middle class in this country has gone down, but the cost of living has gone up. That's a problem. Delivering millions of good-paying jobs.
Jay, hold on. I need a drink before this much honesty. Der Stroman. Tit slapping intensifies. Wait until the haggling begins. Vamility. Normally I would regard Miss. Yeah, I don't think there's a father in the picture there. I haven't seen any dudes in the picture with her or her kids. Miss Shiloh is tattoo trash, but if she's fighting the good fight, that's more important. Yeah, I mean, don't be thinking you can save her. Maybe there's nothing to save her from. Now that she's rich. Oh, this is good. This is just 2 clips from the same presser earlier today.
The polls this week showed Trump has the lowest 100-day approval rating since they started polling 80 years ago. The lowest. Yes.
And then this is later a question from a reporter. Trump, so just start it off. Schumer, Trump has the lowest polling in the first 100 days of any president ever, which I'm pretty sure isn't even true. I didn't fact check it. Sounds false. It's false. Later on, reporter is asking him a question. Listen closely.
There's a poll out today that has your approval rating lower than any other congressional leader at 17%. Are you concerned that you may be a liability for your party?
Polls come and go. Our party is united.
Trump has the lowest polling ever. Sir, poll came out today saying you're the lowest polled member of Congress. Polls don't matter. They come and go. Don't be ridiculous. Same breath, basically. Minutes apart from each other. Minutes.
United. We're on our front foot. We're stepping forward and going after Trump and having real success. The polls this week.
The level of lying intensifies. Where is that? Is that in the U.S.? Or is that from earlier? There were some May Day protests earlier today. It was mostly bullshit from what I could tell. Anyway. We should overlay this sound over the poos fighting.
You fucking bloody bastard bitch! Fuck you! Bloody fucking mother bloody fuck bitch! Bitch, you fucking bloody bastard! Benchwood bloody! You blunder! No, but why? Bloody no! Why? Bloody fucking! If accident, then what you wanna do? Why you fuck me? I fuck you bloody! Bloody bastard! Fucking running like lady! You are fucking! You bloody! You bloody!
Charlie Kirk's in San Diego. Is there a protest happening there? NYC May Day rally. I don't think this is live. This is definitely not live. It's from earlier today. Old people with their cardboard signs. May Day rally to save the country. Yeah, that's clearly a replay. Trying to figure out what's going on here. Charlie Kirk, San Diego.
So it looks like they're not coming down this way. It looks like they're on 6th Street, have this intersection shut down.
Pled guilty on September 30th, 2020. An F1 visa student. He was recently charged with 7 counts of child pornography. Pled guilty on September 30th, 2024 to 1 count of child pornography. As of right now, I know where he's at, and we're going to bring him to custody because he's removable because of the child pornography.
Hell yeah. Go get his ass.
Right? What?
free fall? Yeah, I get off it. I got a warrant for your arrest.
Strowman, he knows which tree he's in.
That's what affected your stuff.
They didn't let him get into a tree this time. They couldn't. They didn't have 9 hours to waste today.
F1 visa student. He was recently charged with 7 counts.
Get him out of here. Staring in awe. That guy needs more gear. Good old Holman.
So, the president signed an executive order just this week threatening to defund sanctuary cities for their policies. Why not just arrest the leaders who are harboring and shielding illegal aliens, actually terrorists, from deportation?
Wait to see what's coming.
So,
wait till you see what's coming.
Just this
Personally, won't be holding my breath, but maybe we'll see something happen. Maybe something will happen. Still kind of doubt it. Caption of this was, if you miss your exit, never do this. The shit I see out on the roads these days. This is going to be some shit that I see all the time, I'm sure. Just probably with a worse outcome. I saw someone backing up to get off the on-ramp to the interstate the other day. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, they're just going to stop. Hang on. So they're just going to stop here. Ooh. Oh, they're just going to drive away. Oh, now's my opportunity to turn. Wow. Wow. Exactly. And the absolute idiot that causes all the destruction always gets away. That's enraging. Wait, what's going on up here?
Can't get through. Oh well. All right, guys. Let me go pay the parking real quick, and I'm back.
I hear yelling. This is promising. So apparently Charlie Kirk is in San Diego doing something, so you know there's going to be some angry leftists around here. What up, PCB junkie? Doing any PCB today? Strowman, imbecile sounds best. Father of Epstein accuser Virginia Gruffer, Jeffrey, I think is how you pronounce that. For them to say she committed suicide, there's no way she did that. Somebody got to her. Interesting.
Well, tell me about your reaction when you heard that she'd taken her life.
Well, first of all, I couldn't even believe it. I mean, I started crying right away. I'm still crying. I can't believe that this is happening. It's impossible. And then for them to say that she committed suicide, there's no way that she did. somebody got to her.
Tell me about...
Who got to her? Lynn, has O'Keefe come out of the dark yet? You mean after that stupid video he posted the other day? I think it was just yesterday, but on that he said he's releasing something in 7 days, and he's not suicidal. He's pulled this shit before. The thing is, he doesn't have to do that dumb shit. He does good work. He catches good people. He releases good stuff. He doesn't have to do the clickbait bullshit. It cheapens it. It cheapens his whole gig.
Alright, guys. We did it. Who makes stuff happens? I make stuff
Trust
happen.
the plan, says Jay. You can't handle the truth. Let's see if I can find that. Here it is.
I'm going dark. I'm not suicidal. Pray for me. This one scares me, guys.
Okay. And he's releasing it in 7 days, like T-minus 7 days. And this was just yesterday he released this. I guess we'll find out in 6 days. But I feel like if it was that fucking big and important and he was really scared for his life, there wouldn't be a 7-day countdown. Wouldn't you think?
And how threatening that power is to empire.
Strowman, he's going after Oprah. It's the big one.
34,000 people have been killed in Gaza. And yet the U.S. government, with bipartisan support, continues to fund this genocide while criminalizing those who speak against it. This administration wants us to believe that it is more criminal to speak out against a genocide than it is to commit one.
Shane! Shane is back. Our favorite protester, Shane, is in the house. We've never met or seen Shane, but he's very popular at these things.
Try to silence our movement. But the only reason this repression is happening is because the strength that we have been able to build, and it is because our...
Strowman, don't these people realize Gaza is wrecked already? Was Gaza ever, like, anything to be wrecked? Like, don't you have to have something nice for it to be wrecked and broken? I'm no Gaza expert, though, so maybe I'm missing something. Patriots United, who paid the rent on that truck? The DNC. The DNC paid rent on that truck. Jay, the subway system was nice, a bit primitive. Prime beachfront real estate, yeah. Do they understand when we say no money to anyone includes Palestine? Yeah. I want no money going to anyone anywhere any longer until we have fixed all of America's problems, which are numerous. And that includes Palestine, that includes Ukraine, it includes Israel. Fuck them all. Let them deal with their own problems. Let them deal with each other however they see fit. Good luck. Trump resort Gaza soon. Well, if it has a casino, I'll go visit it. You know. for investigative journalism purposes, you know.
So they say to the free trade unions in the United States.
Jay, we can keep funding Palestine. How much do they need? $8, $9? That would be huge for them.
Human dignity. We salute you on the eve of International Workers' Day, a day that embodies the unity and solidarity of workers in confronting oppression and exploitation. We raise to you the voice of business workers who stand today at the forefront of confronting the most heinous forms of genocide. Therefore, we call
Jeef, yeah, send that over to me.
translate your solidarity into effective actions, to join and expand boycott campaigns, to block arms shipments, to support student movements, to expose the role of the U.S. government, and to join campaigns targeting Israeli companies and their supporters. They also express sincere appreciation for all the efforts made by U.S. trade unions and the voices who
Wayne Gunter, pig squeals. Squeak, squeak. It works. The paychecks must not have cleared yet. Zero energy. Yeah. This is all they can muster in San Diego, nonetheless. It's a bit sad. Start feeling sad for these people.
After you join the mass organization, after you join the revolutionary self-defense coalition in the community, go and connect with your neighbors, connect with your family, connect with your friends, because again, it is not us. While all of us here are beautiful and revolutionary and have power and are connected to our communities, it is only through the greater community, the masses, that we can take on the empire. Because they are.
Oh, you're gonna take on the empire? They all think they're in a movie.
So we must gain the trust of the people. We must gain their power and convince them to shake off the oppression off our backs. And no matter how intense the oppression is, we have seen through history that when the people are appealed to, they will shake oppression off our backs.
Wait, what? Live Beetlejuice supernova explosion starting? Question mark? No, come on. It'd be so cool if Beetlejuice supernovas in our lifetime.
Alright, we have just 2 more speakers and then we will wrap it up for today. Up next, I want to
We're already wrapping it up for the day?
who is also a teacher. She works with young people every day. She's a teacher of the amazing student, Jay.
They're just not booking very many hours, you know? They're just not getting scheduled as much as they used to. Boss man can't put them on the schedule. Their hours are getting cut. There's no demand for this anymore. Jay, I certainly see a few Jabba the Hutts. It works, yeah, anytime between now and the next 5 million years? No, I think it's supposed to happen before that, right? There's like a tiny, tiny chance it happens in our lifetime. When will Beetlejuice go supernova? Beetlejuice supernova explosion could happen within the next few decades, though some models suggest it might be in the next century. So yeah, it's... okay, some astronomers note that the supernova is expected to occur within approximately the next 100,000 years. Nick works, yes, well how many light years away is it? Well, that doesn't matter. I mean, we won't see it. Like, in theory, it's probably already exploded, and we just don't know it. Yeah, how far away is Beetlejuice? Okay, it's 642 light years away. So if it exploded 640 years ago, we won't know for another 2.5 years. But someone has this live stream up. It says live Beetlejuice supernova explosion starting? Question mark. Hurry and share this with your friends and family so they don't miss it. Hurry up, guys. This might explode between now and 100,000 years from now. Tell your friends. Here's another interesting thing I found recently. Have you ever heard of the pitch drop experiment? It's the longest running experiment in history that's still going on. The pitch drop experiment is a long-term experiment which measures a flow of a piece of pitch over many years. What is pitch, you ask? This is pitch. Pitch is a viscoelastic polymer which can be natural or manufactured, derived from petroleum, coal tar, or plants. Okay. This experiment was started in 1927 by Thomas Parnell of the University of Queensland in Brisbane, Australia. To demonstrate to students that some substances which appear solid are actually highly viscous fluids. Parnell poured a heated sample of pitch into a sealed funnel and allowed it to settle for 3 years. In 1930, the seal at the neck of the funnel was cut, allowing the pitch to start flowing. And there is actually a live YouTube channel you can watch of this experiment that is still ongoing. Pitch drop experiment live. So here's it's had what 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's had 9 drops over the 100 years. And due to various coincidences, no one's actually witnessed it drop before. No one's ever seen the drops. So in 1930, they cut the stem to allow it to drop. 1938 was the first drop. 8 years for the first drop. Then 1947, second drop. So what's that? That's 9 years. Then 1954, 7 years. Seems like it was getting faster for a third drop. Then 1962, 8 years. 1970, 8 years, fifth drop falls. 1979, sixth drop. Then 1988, 9 years. But then it was 12 years for the 8th drop in the year 2000. And the 9th drop fell in 2014. So it's been 11 years. It's been 11 years since the last drop. Could drop any second now, guys. We could be the first ones to witness it happen live. Since 1927. This experiment has almost been going for 100 fucking years. It's a drip thing. Gets my fluid going if you catch my pitch. I don't know. I found that interesting, so I thought I would share with you guys. And it's a channel I now follow. So, like I said, I'm going to try and stream every single day in May, leading up to the 5-year anniversary of the zone on May 27th. Sometimes we might just be watching a fucking pitch drop. Jay, that kind of disproves global warming if you ask me.
Protecting our community, making sure people's rights are being defended. And that's what we all need to do. Can you imagine a world...
It works. Missed that guy that cut water on D Live? I think I watched that once. 24/7 pitch stream. Appreciate that, McWorks. McWorks is here for it.
I'm gonna make it really quick. I know it's getting cold. I know we gotta.
Wait, I stopped paying attention for a few seconds. Now where am I? Yeah. If you went away for a second with this and came back to me explaining the pitch drop experiment, probably be a little bit confused. What up, Caesar? How you been, bro? I guess they're doing a big thing on Saturday all around the country. I'm kind of busy on Saturday though, so I don't know if I'll be able to cover it. I'll be able to cover it at night if it's still going on at nighttime, but I'm not going to be able to do an all-day stream on Saturday.
If you are here today and you are not a member of an organization,
if you are not yet a member of the Communist Party, sign up here. JT Myers, 5 years. Wow, seems like about 20 with all the crazy going on. Yeah, it's weird because it does seem like it's longer than 5 years with all the shit that's happened. But at the same time, like, can you believe 5 years has gone by? I can't. It feels like not that long ago when I was sitting here starting my first stream and we watched Minneapolis burn to the ground together. Not the whole city, but several blocks of it. Well, Blaine, I said I'm going to stream every day of May. I didn't say all day every day. I will stream on Saturday. I just won't be able to stream until sometime in the early evening. I'm not doing a 24/7 month of May stream. Or 24/31. Maybe we'll do that in June. But no, yeah, I am going to stream every day in May. That might mean some days when I'm busy, I hop on for 30 minutes and say, "What's up, fuckers?" And we make fun of some shit for 30 minutes, and I gotta go. Lynn, it's really only been 2 weeks. Okay, oh, that's right. That's true, because nothing has happened. It's only been 2 weeks since the zone started. But think about that. Really, the biggest accomplishment is that George Floyd will have been sober for 5 whole years on May 26th. I'm very proud of that, man. It's hard to kick those habits, you know? Hong on, Tiki T. We'll see you later. Possibly tomorrow. Hong Hong, Florida man. Simply Chief, the curve has yet to flatten. Jay, he's dedicated. Good one, Jay. What's this? Hasta luego, Che Guevara. What? What does that mean? What did I just chant? Lynn, I can show some clips from over the years. I've thought about that. That means I gotta dig through the archives. That means I gotta like plan ahead for a stream. Ooh, boy, asking a lot there.
Our amazing sound system was donated or like borrowed, and they have an amazing event in Diversity Against Fascism. It's going to be in Long Beach at 12 p.m. this Saturday. So make sure you check it out. If you haven't yet, talk to someone with a brown bandana on their hand, please.
A brown baguette on their head? What? Yeah, those were some long streams, sort of, man. Yeah, it was like 14 hours a day. Oh, porta potty clip for sure. Yeah, we'll play that. We'll play that a couple times this month. We'll definitely hit the iconic notes for sure. I need to dig through the Chaz files. That shit was fucking hilarious. I feel like a lot of that got lost in the whole Chaz experiment. That 3-week experiment was fucking butter. It's golden butter. Yeah, we'll get some wig fights in there, Florida man. Eric's high-pitched whine made it all worth it. I'll try to find the clip of Eric's getting hit in the cooter, as she said, or did she call it her coochie? Well, she got hit in the coochie with some rubber bullets. More than one. I think it happened twice. And if you think about it, happens once, fine. Happens twice. That's her kink. She wanted to get hit in the vagina with those rubber bullets. She loved it.
They marched and they finished up here. We got here late.
Oh, dude that lit his shoes on fire. Of course, of course. I'm sure. Just remind, like, whenever we're streaming some night and there's not something actually happening, let me know. when I'm not streaming, I will try to compile some shit that happened so that I can like access it more quickly than me going, hang on, let me fucking find that, and then it takes me 5 minutes to find it. That's not fun for you guys to watch. Jay, any clips of One Nut Tray becoming One Nut Tray? Who's One Nut Tray? What am I forgetting? We gotta play the clip of the them tearing down the statue and it falling on that guy and almost killing him. Or did it kill him? Did that guy die? I can't remember. Summer of Love, Hung of Fame. I could make a whole ass documentary and call it that.
Yeah, you guys all talking about food and I'm starving.
Well, this was sort of a bust. I thought this would be a little spicier than it was.
I'll tell you guys something. This protests they're doing, they're starting to get pretty boring. I think I'm gonna hold off from covering anymore.
Said the Chief. I know it'd be a lot of effort, but a stream where you go over several people on the nickname list, what they did, and why we call them that would be awesome. I agree. That would be very cool.
We'll stick to.
I would need chat's help with some of them. It's a big ass list. And to be honest, a lot of these are summer 2020. And bro, I was knocking back at least a case a day. Here's the list. P-Man, I remember. DC Phone Dropper, I remember. Gay Wesley Snipes, I kind of remember. Reggie, of course.
Anything that was
Police Dogbiter. Monument Murderer.
Was not added.
Drummer Man. Queen Rooftop. Queen Rooftop was maybe one of the funniest days ever.
Oh, you can. You can. Or
just pick a random one out.
Them and then go to Arbor.
Umbrella Man, of course. PhD Sneezy. Like, dude, I don't remember it. Epissica, huge one. Wait, where's the Jiggler?
Let's see.
There's the Jiggler. The Jiggler. Okay, Jiggler was hilarious. It was this fat Mexican dude. We watched him. He was streaming. We watched him get arrested. Or we watched him get kicked out of somewhere. I think he was escorted out. We thought he got arrested. He didn't. He came back. He got arrested.
160 was.
They took him to jail. He got back out like 4 or 5 hours later. Went live again. Got arrested again that night. This dude just straight kept getting into it with cops and going to jail. Yeah. And I think he was like, you know, he wasn't with the protesters. He was like making fun of the protesters. It's probably why he got arrested. None of the fucking protesters got arrested, that's for sure.
545 South San Pedro Street, Union Rescue Mission, code 2 inside 4479 RD 156.
Wild shit. We need to find Reggie again. He's still around. Yeah, Reg was the man. Man, that guy had a knack for being around gunshots. Dude, it's crazy. I mean, he was basically around at every high point that summer. I mean, he was there for the kickoff in Minneapolis. He was one of the main streamers for those few days. Then when shit happened in Atlanta, so he went from Minneapolis and he went to Atlanta because there was a protest there. And this was when they burned down the Wendy's in Atlanta. And he was standing next to a girl who got shot by random gunfire that people were shooting each other and driving off in the area, and everyone split. He was standing right next to her. I feel like he was around some other gunshots another time. And then he captured fucking Kyle Rittenhouse getting shot at and shooting back, and his video was a major part of the Rittenhouse trial. Like, damn, dude. I don't want to hang out with Reggie. There's going to be gunfire if you ever hang out with that guy.
I took the bar down right now because...
Yeah, Minneapolis, Atlanta, Kenosha.
Here, I want the bar to be up there with the footage.
Blue Sky, was it the streamer AJ trying to put out the church fire in Kenosha with the garden hose and plastic shovel? Yes. Yes, yes, it was. What did he call himself? No, it wasn't AJ. No, what was his name? Why can't I think of his name? It wasn't AJ, or was it AJ? What was his name, guys? He was the most annoying fucking streamer, but he was good at getting in front of shit and getting content. Didn't he call himself like Concrete Reporting or something?
Ooh, that almost went wrong.
Or was that a different guy? CJ! Named it. It was CJ. It wasn't AJ. Yeah, it was CJ. CJ. Yes, CJ. Fucking CJ. Yes. And he was always with Mikado. Yeah. Yeah. Annoying as shit. God, I hated his voice. But damn, did he get some good content. They shovel melted. Yeah. There was the old man driving around for hours trying to get a hamburger, picking up drag queens. Do you mean DUI Dallas? He was streaming the other day. We were watching him stream like last week or something. We caught a stream of his. He was in the mix of some things. Was that was 2 weeks ago. He was streaming during the protest 2 weeks ago. We've caught back up with him a few times. Yeah, DUI Dallas. We called him that because I don't remember. It was early on, after some protests. He was hammered. He was drunk as shit, and yeah, he was driving around and he picked up. We're pretty sure a hooker, who may have been a drag hooker. I don't know. It was unclear. And they went to In-N-Out. They went and drove through In-N-Out, and then he ended his stream. He was drunk as shit. Picked up, we were pretty sure it was a hooker. Might have been a dude hooker, unclear. And they went to In-N-Out. And this was in Dallas, thus his name was DUI Dallas. I think CJ did stay in Kenosha for a while after the riots, and then he kind of fell off. I know he was around for a little bit longer.
The funny part, they couldn't get everybody to one location.
What was I doing? Wasn't I about to look something else up? I can't remember.
Marching down to different directions.
Oh yeah, I was going to check in on Reggie, see if he's posted anything lately.
We're covered. Verify 1B93 and 1X11.
I hear like a banging sound somewhere. Whatever. Probably the cops busting in. The feds are coming to get me. Oh yeah. Reg Life. Why did that say a few days ago? Oh, that wasn't him. Okay. He went live last 4 months ago. Live road trip Detroit to Los Angeles. It's a 9-hour stream, I guess, of him driving from Detroit to Los Angeles. Oh wait, it's much longer than that. It's 5 separate streams. How long does it take to drive from Detroit to Los Angeles? 12 hours, 11 hours, 8 hours, 4 hours, and 9 hours? Jeef, the guy who took his statue to the head was Chris Green. He went into a coma, but eventually came out. He suffers from severe brain damage, affecting both his mental and physical functions, I'm sure. I mean, that dude, we thought that dude was dead. We called it, too. We were sitting here watching that live, them tearing down that statue. We were like, that thing's big old metal statue. That was in New Orleans, wasn't it, I think? Was it in New Orleans? We're like, that thing's gonna fucking fall on someone's head. It's gonna kill someone. And we sat there and waited for it and watched it happen. You couldn't find any updates past 2021, but he wasn't expected to fully recover. His wife has to care for him.
I've been alive for 8 hours and I still got a 2-hour drive home.
Shocking that he's alive at all. I remember they were playing like jazz music, like New Orleans style jazz music, It was the most surreal thing. They were playing New Orleans style jazz music.
Damaging property on the way out. I'm pretty sure
it was Portsmouth, Virginia. Okay, maybe I just remember they were playing like New Orleans style jazz music, and it was just surreal with that music going on while they're tearing this thing down. I guess that's right. It was Virginia. That makes sense.
Thank you,
Robbie
Pedro.
Smith. Murder Hole was the best. Murder Hole was a good time. Murder Hole was a very good time. That was a fun month or so. What a wild thing that they all gathered to do that every night for like a month or more, and we all gathered every night to watch it. And there were like 3,000 people watching every single night, watching The Zone, just watching the fucking Murder Hole. Wild.
Hopefully there's no traffic on the way home. I'm so tired of traffic, see.
Center unit. There's a suspect now, 14 development, approximately 7 suspect, 15 to 16 years old, black clothing, code 27455 192. You're requesting the last four you were covered, identify only. 43, last four of your incident, 4379. 4379.
Beep, 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 beep.
Lynn, I fell asleep to riots for weeks. I'm glad someone got some sleep. No. I would stream until 6 a.m. and then get a couple hours and wake up and start. I'd go to the store, buy another case of beer, start streaming again. All day, every day. Florida man. Yeah, those early days before Antifa started policing cell phones at riots. Yeah, the good old days. If only we knew we were in the good old days when it was the good old days.
They have run out of funding, as you guys heard.
Low Q, what in the hong? Are you just tuning back in? Yeah, here we are. We're here in San Diego, lovely San Diego. Right down the street from you. This guy went to a little Free Palestine rally that I think is outside some sort of Charlie Kirk event. It wasn't very big or very interesting. Same old dumb shit. Low Q, before the alcohol really damaged us. Yeah.
Crazy 6 hours in the 4 or 5 to go 5 miles. That's what it felt like earlier, man. It was horrible, horrible, horrible.
Jarvis, yeah, you can't get across Texas in 9 hours. I drove the longest I've ever drove. I drove Nashville to LA. I don't remember how long it took. I guess it did take a few days at least. I stopped a couple times to sleep. I also stopped along the way to like see some friends. So we do live in a big country.
That song says it all for them, guys. All they want to do.
Florida man, how many streaming services did you hop to because of bans? Like 6 or 7. Well, so the YouTube channel made it all the way until. I think until Kyle Rittenhouse. It was just the YouTube channel. I think I had like 25,000 subscribers. And I caught my first ban, I think because of the Kyle Rittenhouse situation. That's when I started a Twitch account, and we all went to Twitch. I think I was only banned. I think it was maybe like I'd caught like a one ban before, but it was just like a warning ban or first ban, and then that was second ban on YouTube, and then I came back. and got banned immediately, and they deleted the whole channel, like permanent ban on that channel. So we went to Twitch for a while. I got kicked off Twitch, I think maybe around the election 2020. Then we moved to D Live. That's when we were in D Live. Or maybe I got banned. I don't know. We were on D Live for a while, but I got banned from D Live.
Too late.
I was only streaming D Live on January 6th, which was the craziest stream ever. Over 1 million fucking views that day. Absolute insanity. And I got banned on D Live because of January 6th. Then we moved to Trovo for a little while because I wasn't allowed anywhere else. Then I think I got my Twitch back.
Sorry, I'm over here looking at what the cops are telling them.
I got my Twitch back. So we were just on Twitch for a long time. And then I started the new YouTube channel. I finally wasn't pissed at YouTube because YouTube fucked me. There was like,
yeah, there's a couple of them.
There was like $4,000 or $5,000 in super chats that YouTube owed me when they banned me, and they just said, "Fuck you, we're not paying you." What are you gonna do? Sue us? And of course, this was like at the height of COVID, when like you couldn't even sue people. Courts were closed. I'd have to go to California to do it and file it there. Like it's like, yeah, it's not gonna fucking happen.
Out the way, a little bit too late.
Fucking
for
YouTube.
but I should have kicked them out like an hour ago.
So I finally came back to YouTube, and yeah, now we've got YouTube, Twitch.
Well, it's not.
I do have Kick and Rumble, but I never stream there. Yeah, I've had a Kick, but I never really was on Kick. Like I've never only been on Kick. I sometimes would multi-stream to Kick, but I never really caught on over there or really streamed much over there. Jay Davis, the fuck's a Trovo? Trovo was the redheaded stepchild of streaming services, and I think I eventually got banned there too. I think that's when I was finally like, okay, I guess we'll go back to YouTube. How the fuck did I get banned from Trovo? Was the forgotten days. We were there for a couple months. I think we were there. I think we were at Trovo for 2 or 3 months after January 6th. Watching a bunch of dumb shit.
Get pulled over right now.
Over there. I think that's when the taser cop thing happened. Like taser, but she shot that kid. These guys so sick of the banning, deleting, removing, right? I haven't been banned in a while. Look, we've been banned everywhere. Yeah. Man, hongers can't catch a break.
For a couple hours.
Give a hunger a break. They out to get us hongers. Hongers didn't do nothing.
I find the funniest thing that
D-Live was fun. D-Live was a lot of fun.
Here they come, guys. Look at this. All this time they were here and they couldn't deny it. Go behind them, see where they're going.
Patriots United, sober, Austin, don't get banned.
Look at all this police.
Is that true? Has every time I've been banned, I've been drunk? I mean, that's not fair, really, because I was drunk a lot in the early days when the bans were getting handed out. Blame country, that's our word. Yeah, if you ain't a honger, you can't say it, especially hard R. If you aren't a honger and you use that word, it's unacceptable.
Oh, they're following
Chief,
you.
this honger tripping. Jarvis, need to do a Johnny Cash parody of I've been banned. I've been banned everywhere, man. Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna get pulled over. Go follow. Stop.
Jarvis, yeah, I was only buzzed when I did the AK monkey, right? That was the first thing that came to mind. I was like, was I drunk? I don't think I was drunk, but I was drinking. But yeah, I wasn't hammered with the AK monkeying. I was almost about to say the most bullshit of all bands, but that's not even true. It's probably maybe in the top 5 bullshit bands, but Jill, you sound disappointed that you haven't been banned in a while. All the good old days of banning and handling a new home. Yeah, I mean, I probably did
have
sound
such
disappointed.
great vision, guys. That's
I'm
why
not
I'm
disappointed
relaxed.
though. No, fuck that. Fuck all that shit. Hopefully those days of bullshit
Imagine
bans
if-
are behind
I don't think
us.
they'll pull them over. They would just saw LAPD, man.
Canadian Alien. It was like playing whack-a-mole, keeping up with you for a bit. No, for real. Thank you to all you hongers who did keep up with us and platform hopped. Kept the party going. Can't keep a honga down.
I was driving last night without lights too until like, wait a minute. It's starting to get darker and darker.
Kimba, your dumb internet is out? Why? What's going on? Is it a solar flare?
I was like, wait a minute.
Hunger, please. JT Jester's drinking garbage can piss vomit. Yeah, the stream jesters. I think we were on Trovo when we found the stream jesters for the first time. Fucking stream jesters, man.
Nah, they didn't pull them
We watched
over.
them do some sick, depraved shit. Kimba, why does it work if I disconnect from the Wi-Fi? Are you on your phone?
If it would have been patriots out here blocking the road for an hour, guarantee you the mayor would have called it in and start arresting them.
Let's see what else is going on.
I mean, you guys really enjoyed the Charlie Kirk event. I did. I think we should do more.
So
of
Kimba, if it works when you
Kirk
disconnect from
events.
Wi-Fi, then yeah, your Wi-Fi's down. Probably go reset your router.
I'm getting tired of this.
It's using your data and not your Wi-Fi.
Pro-Palestine people. I think we've exposed them, and I exposed them enough. It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And did I say over?
Kensington, Philadelphia, Cam.
Is that a one for enjoy? One? Yeah, type one if you enjoyed it.
So back the autonomous zone. Yeah, I was just talking about that. That was a wild little experiment. Crazy fun time. What's gonna happen next in Chaz? And then they tried to. They realized by calling it the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone that sent the wrong message, and they tried to rebrand it as CHOP. What was it? The Capitol Hill. What did CHOP stand for? I forget. I refused to call it CHOP though. You wanted to call it Chaz? It's Chaz. Look at these upstanding citizens in Philadelphia. That's what it was, Zombie. Yeah, Capitol Hill occupied protest. That's right. That's right. Look, cute. We should make Chad. I kind of want to go visit Seattle, only to go to where they had the big fist. Remember them trying to erect the big fist, and it was a bunch of soy boys trying to figure out how to do it. It took them like all day to figure it out, and actually I think it took them multiple days to figure it out. Meanwhile, people were getting raped in the tents. Not one person went to jail for Chaz. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Jay Davis, don't say erected big fist like that. Hey, I don't know how else to describe it. The Chaz Garden, yeah. Zombie, they have a massive statue of Lenin in Seattle. It's huge. Look it up. I believe you. But hang on. Yeah, let's see. Lenin in Seattle. Of course they do. Oh, and they dress him up for. Oh, I remember this. I think this would be in some of the streams. Do they dress him up for fucking holidays? Remember the Chaz crime scene? Which one? Which one? Oh, cute. They dress him up for holidays. Put a pumpkin on his head for Halloween. Yeah, I remember them being around this for some streams. Yeah, which one exactly? Then all of Chaz was a fucking crime scene. Precisely! The whole thing was one big criminal crime scene. Jay, my row of perennials is on cardboard and compost, but not on dirt and not a freaking sidewalk. Yeah, like that's the thing. A lot of people made fun of him for the cardboard, and yeah, there is like a legitimate way to use cardboard to help a garden along, but the way they were doing it was 100% incorrect and never going to work. And then they had that fucking the dancing garden guy, and he died a couple years after Chaz, or like a year after Chaz. I want to say he was murdered, maybe? Either that or it was a drug overdose. I can't remember. Too many characters to keep up with. Robbie, someone base painted his hand red for all the blood spilled in the name of communism. Okay, I was wondering about that, what that would symbolize. Kimbo, paid off that retard that was supposed to be the leader of Chaz. Do you mean, what did we call him? King Raz! King Raz! Or Raz, the king of Chaz. Jarvis, there was like 3 more murders and other deaths because the gang lord wouldn't let EMS in. Yeah, exactly. That was Raz. Raz Simone. Raz the Warlord is his Instagram. Oh God, he's famous. 62.8 thousand followers. Does he still post? Solomon Samuel Simone is his government name, known by his stage name Raz Simone. Recording artist and songwriter from Seattle. Controversies. In June 2020, during the George Floyd protests in Seattle, Simone emerged as an active member of the self-declared Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. CNN described him as the de facto leader of the Autonomous Zone. Austin Zone watched him become the leader live. I forgot about, yeah, his sexual abuse and assault allegations. Not shocking at all. Okay, let's see here. Conservative news outlets and publications featured Simone prominently in their coverage of the zone, characterizing him as a warlord, policing the area with an AK-47, and highlighting an interaction where he allegedly assaulted a tagger. No, we watched that happen. Facebook video shows Simone distributing a firearm to a protester. We watched that happen live too. According to Snopes, Andy No presented a video clip from Simone's June 8th Facebook feed where Simone takes a rifle from the trunk of his car and hands it to another protester after rumors developed that members of the right-wing group Proud Boys were going to move into the protest area and set fires and stir chaos. I think that was us that started those rumors, and we were going into the chats saying that Proud Boys were coming. I think that was us. I think that was Hongers. Proud Boys, they're in the trees. They're around the corners. Proud Boys in the bushes, exactly. Jill, what about the two guys in the porta potty? That was the first night of the zone. That was Minneapolis, night one of the zone. Yeah, boys in 30 minutes. Yeah, we can feel like the Proud Boys are on their way. Proud Boys inbound on pogo sticks. Too fucking funny. Good times, guys. Good times. Robbie Smith. Austin, I finally believe you're not a glowy. What changed your mind? What makes you so sure? Now that you don't believe I'm a glowy, now I'm questioning whether I'm a glowy or not. It only took 5 years. Named it. You'd forgotten about the dudes in the porta potty. We'll be playing that clip some this month. If you haven't heard, I've made a pledge to stream every single day this month, leading up to the 5-year anniversary of the zone, which I believe is May 27th. I'll confirm that at some point. So we'll be playing a lot of clips and stuff from mostly the Summer of Love 2020 riots. Oh, because I shaved the stash, I'm not a glowy. Nate, better a glowy than a Janny. They do it for free. That's true. Those are irrefutable facts right there. What else been going on? It's gonna get me copyrighted right there. No face. I'm the meme of the revolution never happening and all my gear is sitting collecting dust. As soon as you abandon all your gear, that's when the revolution will happen. Alex Rosen. Can someone change me to a black guy with AI or Photoshop? This should be a good thread. Can you make it blacker? You'll need this someday. Kimba, what are we watching, by the way? This guy went to San Diego, the Charlie Kirk thing. Up here is just a live stream of streets of Philadelphia. So we're watching drug addicts pass out on the streets of Philadelphia. Ooh. Is this the blackest one yet? Oh, this is a wild video. Like, how is he?
Did I? No, I didn't. We're good. No, the bear's fine.
I don't understand how he's making it through some of these.
White line.
Will you grow the stash in 30 days? Probably not. I actually just shaved my goatee this morning. I had a pretty good goatee going, but it's just getting hot. I got a haircut. I don't need any hair on my face. It's gonna be a hot fucking summer, guys. I can feel it. Did his shirt say "Please don't hung"? Did it? Zombie, I agree. Yeah, this idiot needs his license. He's go to jail, have his license revoked, and never get it back. Dirt Cash, yeah. Based on the music, I would say yes. Even his passengers like, dude, chill. Cut it out. Ilan Omar being so kind to a Daily Caller journalist. I mean, this woman fucks her brother, so I wouldn't let anything she says hurt my feelings, personally.
Congressman Omar, I'm Miles Morrell with the Daily Caller News Foundation. Do you think more of your Democratic colleagues should be traveling to El Salvador to advocate on behalf of Rodrigo Garcia?
I think you should fuck off. Yeah, that's
I'm sorry, what, Congresswoman?
Fuck off.
Who should?
You.
Why me?
We're not taking any questions right now, but here you go.
Yeah, thanks.
You didn't take any questions in the first place.
Miles Morrell with the Daily Caller News.
Democrats are planning a 24/7 sit-in for the month of May on the National Mall in D.C. to protest Trump administration. There's a schedule of their upcoming events for the month of May till the end of summer. What? They want a Summer of Chaos, Summer of Love 2.0. May Day starts tomorrow. We're not going to get that. Oh, shit. They do seem to have some shit planned all the way throughout the summer, though, if this is real. Monday, or May Day Movement USA. Jarvis, he should have said, but I'm not your brother. That would have been good. That would have been gold. 24/7 sit-in. Speeches, demonstrations, workshops, live art. I mean, I didn't see any of this happening today, did it? I didn't see any video of this happening. It was supposed to start today. Today is called The Resistance. Tomorrow is Military and Vets. The third is Gender and LGBTQIA plus 9er JTFDR4. Resistance cosplay. Is this real? Immigration and race, disabilities, aging and healthcare, labor unions, the economy. Is this real? And why does it look like a nuclear bomb is going on behind the Capitol? Sheryl Crow says armed man broke into her Nashville property after selling her Tesla in protest of Elon Musk. So I guess she put up a video of her selling her Tesla and waving bye, and then a couple days later someone broke into her property, and that's somehow Elon Musk's fault. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with the logic of a fucking liberal. Derek Cash Austin, you fucked up shaving. Now you can't be Shay for the cosplay. Dang it! Dang it. Chief, because Mayday equals Mayday red alert. Yeah, alright. Yeah. It's the red China style of poster. True. Should I go to Sheryl Crow's house in Nashville? Say hi? She's probably beefed up her security. I didn't know Sheryl Crow was still around. Wasn't her last song in like 1996 or something? It's been 30 fucking years since you released a song. No one cares. Why was this guy with an ICE detainer released and has a court date? Someone put this underneath that article, and I want to know the question too. Notice, this offender is being held for the following reasons and is not eligible for release at this time because of an ICE detainer received. But he was booked at 10:26 p.m. and released at 4:25 a.m. He was cited for the offense of no driver's license. Drivers, I forgot about that. Crow advocated for us to use one piece of toilet paper per trip. Yeah, to save the environment. Meanwhile, I'm sure her mansion is stacked with toilet paper. She probably didn't have any shortages during COVID. Did you see this fan go over the wall at the Pirates Stadium? It kind of looks like he jumps, but they're saying he was just drunk and excited. In case you missed it. Right there. Wait, why can't I keep that? Yeah, so he like got excited and jumped up to like, I guess, you know, be excited and scream and yell, and he hit the railing and flipped over it. He's in bad shape. He lived. He did not die. Typical Pittsburgher. Anyway, they took him off in a stretcher. Computer enhance. The most annoying streamer in the world, or at least one of them, got robbed for very expensive gold chain, and then he's yelling at his security afterwards.
Bro, he just fucking robbed me. They should both my fucking chains, bro. Fuck, dog. Jake, what the fuck, bro?
They had a gun.
Where's yours?
They had a gun. Dude, you hired security that doesn't have guns? What are you gonna do, bruh? Maybe hire some better security. Maybe don't walk around with $50,000 chain around your neck live streaming and begging for attention. Jeffries, hospitals will close, nursing homes will shut down, and people will die. Probably 100% fake, 200% gay, probably.
Of the health care of the American people. It is outrageous that Donald Trump and congressional Republicans are trying to enact the largest cut to Medicaid in American history. They will hurt families, hurt children, hurt seniors, hurt women, hurt veterans, and hurt disabled Americans.
I heard Republicans are also going to go around and take all the puppies and poke their eyes out individually with sharp needles. It's just what I heard. I don't hold me to it, but I heard Republicans are going to be doing that too, at the direction of Donald Trump.
Hospitals will close, nursing homes will shut down, and people will die. This budget that Republicans are trying to jam down the throats of the American people at the direction of Donald Trump is unconscionable, unacceptable, and un-American. And Senate Democrats and House Democrats are going to do everything possible to stop this.
Judge releases suspected Tesla firebomber citing ADHD and no access to gender-affirming care. Really?
Bria and John, the government wanted Owen McIntyre to spend the time before trial behind bars, but the judge in Boston sided with the defense in this case, which cited multiple medical issues facing the 19-year-old, including autism spectrum disorder, gender dysphoria, and ADHD. McIntyre's attorney argued the teen should be released citing serious and ongoing medical needs and treatments that could not or would not be provided while in federal detention. The defense filing says McIntyre is being treated for depression and since March has been receiving gender-affirming care. That care would likely be interrupted or terminated in federal custody. Bria and John, the government wanted Owen McIntyre to spend the time before trial behind bars, but the
I'm going to do one more check to see if anything's happening live. And if not, I'm going to shut it down for the night. I need to save some content for tomorrow's stream. Can't be blowing my content wad tonight. Got to spread it out since I have made a pledge to stream every single day this month, which I'm already regretting. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it, guys. Oh, wait. What is this? What's happening? Is this something or is this nothing?
Yeah. Gotta find out where the hell they're at. No, they said there's a vegetation fire, so I drove all the way over here.
You have pitch drip bitch tits.
Campfire.
Spread those content cheeks.
House catches up, building catches on fire over here for an hour, they don't respond.
Yeah.
They don't respond for an hour, you know what I mean?
For each of you guys.
Oh, this is 5 minutes.
Well, they said somebody called it in and said there's a fire the size of a car.
It was like this big.
I know. I pulled up. I drove around. I was like, there ain't no fire. And I saw it. I was like, oh, it's just it's a little homeless campfire. Yeah.
They pulled up for
future reference. Get a hot dog.
Pulled up for a fire the size of a car, and there's no fire. Sounds about right. Well, on that note, I love you all. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for joining me on my May Day stream. May Day, May 1, May 1st. We're going to be streaming all month leading up to the 5-year anniversary of the Zone. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Goodbye.